Welcome to another episode of Steemy. Today I'm going to show you how and why to delegate Steam power to utopian-io. So utopian-io, I mentioned it before a few times and I will mention it again, is mostly a website that allows you to do open source projects and get rewarded for that. And these rewards are actually pretty nice. We have already nearly 4 million Steam power delegated to the utopian-io bot. And that means that everyone who's contributing either with programming developments or with anything else like graphics, visibilities, like posting on Facebook and YouTube, or making video tutorials like I do right now, are getting rewarded from Utopian. So why should you delegate now to Utopian? This seems to work pretty well. Well, the thing is, when you do so, you will get rewarded as a shareholder of all the payouts that are being done via the Utopian website. So let's have a look at how that works. First of all, you need to log in or sign up if you don't have a Steemit account, but in this case you probably don't want to delegate Steam power away. So log in with your existing Steemit account. You will have to use your private key. This was already saved here, so I skipped this part. And then you can go to the sponsors link here on the side on the left. When you click that, you will now see the Utopian sponsors page. And this is very interesting. You have $25,000 pending rewards and a total of $63,000 in total already generated over the time that Utopian exists, which is not long, maybe less than 2 months. So this is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. And when you delegate to Utopian, you will get a share like I mentioned, and here we see the so-called heroes that receive 20% of all the author rewards generated on Utopians. And of course not everyone gets 20%, but a percentage depending on how much Steam power you have actually delegated in when you compare that to all the other delegators. So for example, Freedom is the biggest delegator here with 1,200,000 Steam power, and that is equal to 33% of everything that was delegated, and therefore he gets 33% of all the 20% shares that are paid out on Utopian. This number here sounds quite a lot if you're coming from Steemit, but you should know that the Utopian bot gives very high upvotes, and you will receive much more money than you would otherwise just get when you are posting on Steemit, because this is getting on top of what you are already getting. So let's say you would get $10 on Steemit, the Utopian bot will give you another upvote depending on how a lot of factors. Actually, we are not talking about this in this video. So as a delegator, you get your share. Let's scroll down to my own one. I am rather high up here in this list, which is quite interesting because I haven't spent that much. It's 1,305 Steam power that I have delegated a few days ago, using actually a different technique that I'm going to show you today, and that is equal to 0.04% Utopian rewards share. That sounds very little, but actually it's not. It's quite a lot. Look at this, just a few days and I already made $2, or at least I will receive $2 here. So I'm very looking forward to see how much actually this is worth. But to be honest, I didn't do it. I didn't do it because of a shared reward. This is just something I learned actually today in an interesting interview Agrod made with Elia, the founder of utopian-io. So this is a really nice plus, and I think many people are getting very interested in this possibility, because you're not just getting your Steem power away to someone who's selling it, but you're actually giving it away to a very, very, very important and interesting project that will help to increase the Steem value over time. So yeah, let's do it now. Let's do the delegation and see how that works. It's actually very, very easy. You have to click on the Delegate button here. A pop-up modal window pops up here telling you about all the details, that 20% are being shared with the people who have delegated, and so on and so on and so on. And all you need to do is type in your own Steem account here and make sure that you don't misspell anything, and then type in the number. If you have already delegated Steem power to Utopian, as I have, this is very important, I need to delegate a higher amount now, or a lower amount as well. It's all possible. If I type in 0, it's actually undelegating everything I already delegated. I don't want to do that because that will lock my Steem power for 1 week. Everyone who's undelegating will have to wait for 1 week before the Steem power is back in your accounts. So I will do more. I had 1,305. I will now go for a nice round 1,500 and click proceed to Steem Connect, which is a safe plugin that can handle your private keys without giving them to the app owner actually. So this is really cool. Then we see the confirmation, Flowbee to utopian-io. That is correct. We didn't have to type in the name here because it's automatically only a function to delegate to Utopian, obviously. And then we click continue, and our active key, owner key, or master password is required. I'm using my LastPass plugin here to grab my key. Let's see here the active key from Flowbee, sign in, wait for the confirmation. And here we are, congratulations, has been broadcasted successfully, transaction idea. And now, sadly on Steem Connect, you're just lingering now on that page. It's not leading you back. That should be, it's actually a feature that you can put into utopian-io and earn money with it. Maybe I will do it. However, we will now go back to the page we have been previously in order to see if the contribution is already updated here. I'm not quite sure actually if it works like that or if this is a manual thing. So this is still 1,300, but that's because I went back, so I'm refreshing the page. Maybe it's now, so this is not really updating in real life here, so that has to be manually updated, but I don't really mind about that because the most important thing is that I delegated to this wonderful project and that you have now learned how to do the very same thing. Well, I hope you liked this tutorial and I hope you learned something because it was very, very, very difficult, wasn't it? And I talk to you very soon.